So our business is Seed Architecture Studio, and we specialize in conceptual modern design, and we try and infuse everything sustainable that we can, that ideally doesn't scream or look sustainable. It's more about high design first, and then sustainability is just a byproduct of what we do. So whether that's where we place windows in a house, or choosing materials that have a long shelf life and are produced sustainably but don't necessarily scream sustainable. So our clients tend to be more design oriented and less green focused, and the nice thing about that is that they end up being more green focused by the time the projects are done. So we primarily are doing residential work at the moment, but we'd like to get our hand into some commercial stuff. So cool. The idea with both the core-tin siding and the barn wood is that there's no maintenance over time. So you're not replacing, you're not painting. If you do need to replace the wood, it's really easy to find. You can go to any of the rebuilding centers. You can look on Craigslist. People are sometimes giving away barns, or they're selling a barn for $600. You know, those sorts of things. So the idea is that's sort of one idea that we had. The other idea is that this neighborhood is sort of has a rural sort of feeling. So we're trying to play off the idea of, you know, there's rusted stuff in people's yards, and there's you know, there's old trees and stacks of wood. And so we're really trying to do something that's clean and modern and sort of minimal, but doesn't. I mean, the house does sort of attract attention, but it sort of feels at home in this neighborhood because of the natural materials, I think. Hot water, solar panels. So this is a storage tank for that water. And right now it's cloudy outside, but the gauge says the water. There's a gauge up here that it's about 65 degrees. So the solar panel is heating the water to 65 degrees. It's going into this tank, and then there's an electric boiler that's sitting up here that supplies any additional heat that the water needs. So on a sunny day, it may be preheating to 120 degrees or warmer. This is a fuse, and it's a locally made product. My business partner actually owns this company as well, and they make it locally with has high fly ash content, and then it's curbside recycled glass, and you can match any color to these Benjamin Moore color numbers, so they can match any color. They have standard colors, but with a little bit of upcharge, you can do anything you want. Here, so you unload the dishwasher, you know, cups and glasses, dishes. You can go in here, stack racks. So everything's really close and localized, and then all the extra stuff that you don't use every day go in the pantry. The focus of the house, my partner that was the development partner gave us several criteria that we had to meet when we were designing the space, and there was a square footage of glass requirement. He didn't want us to go over that. There was a square footage requirement for the house, which is 2,000 square feet. He didn't want us to go over that, so we focused the most space we could in the public area where people spend most of their time, and then the bedrooms are a little bit smaller than typical. So this is the master bedroom, and we incorporated a free-floating closet in the middle, kind of in the middle of the room. It doesn't touch the ceiling, so the space feels a little bit bigger than it actually is. And the bedrooms upstairs are decent size.